Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. Today I've got a little device in here that I think you guys are going to appreciate. I know I certainly am going to be excited about this one. So without any further ado, let's get it opened up and see what's inside. Here we go. This is an iPhone 5 in the beautiful black and slate color that was very short-lived. This thing appears to be in decent condition. The screen looks like it's okay, but the body has a lot of these little nick marks all over it. The back, again, more of these marks. No serious damage as far as I can see. The worst appears to be right here by the headphone jack. But we have no cracks and no major dents. Home button sounds a little weird. It's kind of sticky and it looks like it's twisted just a little bit. Let's try to power this on and see if it has any battery. And it does. Look at that Apple logo. If you've been around the channel or you know your Apple stuff, you know that this is a beautiful sign to see this specific Apple logo on this iPhone 5. While it boots up, which it's probably almost finished with, I want to wipe this thing down with some alcohol just to clean it, and then we can really look and appreciate the condition of this device. Check out that beautiful animation with the slide to setup screen. Looks like battery's a little low. Let me plug it in and clean it up, and then we'll be back. Here it is, and I gotta say, I am really impressed at how nice this screen looks. Now, I do think this is a replacement screen, and it is not an Apple screen. The reason for that is the home button seems like it's a different color and potentially like a little bit recessed behind the glass. And if you look at the rest of the iPhone, and this thing is not in perfect shape by any means, I would actually consider this somewhat rough around the edges, literally. But that compared to the front, and I think it is a safe assumption that this thing was replaced at some point. Either way, we've got a really nice looking display. Let's get through the setup here and we'll meet you guys back at the home screen. At the iOS 6 home screen on an iPhone 5. Let's go inside settings and see which version we have. 6.1.4. That may be the last version for the iPhone 5. I do know there is a 6.1.6, but that may be only for the 3GS. Someone correct me if I'm wrong, if 6.1.4 is the last version of iOS 6 the iPhone 5 got. We've got a 16 gigabyte model, so base configuration there, no surprises. I want to turn up the brightness. It is pretty dark. There we go. While we're at it, let's check out the iOS 6 wallpapers. We don't get too many, and these are probably all ones you're familiar with if you've been around the channel for a while. Let's go with, what do we think? We haven't used this one yet, I don't think. And that looks amazing on this 4-inch Retina display. Let's check out the camera. Camera looks nice. We'll take a picture of the iPhone 5S and the Mac Mini over there. Let's test out Siri. Tell me something interesting about yourself.
Not sure I understand.
All right, well, we'll stick to something easy. Tell me the scores of the football games from this week.
The Lions narrowly defeated the Chiefs by a score of 21-20 yesterday.
There we go. Siri is operational on iOS 6. As you can see, although she doesn't sound quite as good or refined as she does these days. Anyway, a little history on the iPhone 5. This thing was introduced in late 2012. It was the first iPhone to increase the screen size. We went from 3.5 inches up to 4 inches here. And this was, at the time, the thinnest iPhone ever made. And I believe actually the lightest. Now, I'm not positive about that because the iPhone 3G and 3GS were pretty light, but the iPhone 5 was much lighter than the iPhone 4 and 4S that it replaced. But with this device, we got the A6 chip, which was a pretty big improvement over the A5 chip in the 4S. It was still a dual core design, and it was quite a bit faster. The iPhone 5 shipped with iOS 6, as you all can see here. And there really weren't many changes with iOS 6 compared to iOS 5. But we saw the introduction of Do Not Disturb, as well as Twitter integration, I believe. Got Twitter and Facebook on there, and Do Not Disturb is right there. So it was really just a minor update, but nonetheless, it runs really well on the iPhone 5 and even the 4S. It runs pretty well on. Let's see if we can get the compass working. There we go. North is in fact that way. So this is still accurate. Unplug that. Battery is still low, but I'm happy to see that the battery is functional and it doesn't die instantly after we unplug the charger. The iPhone 5 also introduced an improved camera over the 4S. It is still an 8 megapixel sensor, but it is better in almost every way. We also got the introduction of these little glass bars at the top and the bottom. The reason for those is that's where the antennas are for Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, and cellular data. The iPhone 5 also introduced the Lightning charger, which, if you guys have been paying attention, the iPhone 15, which is supposed to be launched soon, is rumored to replace the Lightning charger with USB-C, which in my opinion is a welcomed change. At the time, Lightning was a big improvement over 30-pin, and its decrease in size allowed the headphone jack to be moved down to the bottom from the top. And in my opinion, that gives this phone just a much cleaner look. So that has been a look at this iPhone 5 running iOS 6.1.4. In 2023, this is a pretty rare find. These are hard to come by, and although they can be dual booted, these things cannot be downgraded. So if you have one running iOS 6, that is pretty special, and you'll definitely want to hang on to that. If you don't have one, keep checking. I think the best source to find these is on eBay, and you really have to get lucky unless you're willing to spend several $100s to get one of these. Either way, hope you guys enjoyed this video. This is an awesome device that I'll be adding to my collection. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.